now we're rolling straight on into heat number 2. Mateus Herdy from Brazil, Mikey McDonagh from Australia, and Keanu Kamiyama from Japan. So we've got our second Brazilian for the day, our first Australian and our first Japanese surfer. And Mikey McDonagh, he's from Lennox Head in, well, New South Wales, so in the same state, but Lennox is on the north coast. We're down here on the south coast. We're about an hour and a half south of Sydney, and this looks like Mateus Herdy, the surfer in red. He's had a haircut since last year. Last year he was rocking the long blonde locks, and this year he's got the buzz cut. He's still got the same game though. He's looking pretty solid. And now Mikey McDonagh, speaking of solid, that first turn looks nice and powerful. He's going to stick with this one, skate across through to the inside, gets the little link up, and it finishes nicely with a strong closeout manoeuvre.
With a bit of progression. This is Herdy on his first wave from Florianopolis in Brazil. That first section, bit of gutless, flat wave to get through. Gets through over here though, with a nice sort of power, solid little closeout turn there, but I'm sure he'll be looking for something a bit more open-faced and get that rail dug into the water. And you see Keanu now just looking for this little left-hander. He won't go too far on that one, unfortunately.
Too much.
Yeah, because there's if you're too much on your outside, you can't really see the waves, because the best waves are smaller and they grow in the bank. So yeah, I was looking for those waves in that heat, and I found a couple. So
right there. And while we were talking to Sam Pupo, we saw Keanu Kamiyama link together a great wave, as is Mateus Herdy doing right now. So 2 turns there for the young Brazilian, who looks like he's filled out quite.
As Herdy takes out an early lead, courtesy of that 3.67. And here we go. This is Mikey McDonagh, just on the little closeout section. It doesn't go too far for him.
First priority once in that heat. Here's the replay of Keanu Kamiyama. So a bit of a setup turn there, and again still quite flat. So nothing too critical so far, and then gets the nice link up through to the inside and really sealed the deal nicely. So all the points will be coming for that end section manoeuvre.
Yeah,
and
this
was Mateus Herdy answering back. And again, the closeout finish will be where Pupo was, he mentioned he didn't have priority once in his heat and still managed to lock in those big scores. He stayed really busy. And Mikey McDonagh, well, he might have heard him, because he had priority when Sam was talking, and he's already caught 2 waves since then. And now here goes Mateus. He's found himself a right-hander and staying very frisky that way. That board's looking really lively underfoot. Still sticking with this one. Can he take to the sky? Releases the tail again. So nice combination of manoeuvres for the flashy young Brazilian. It's looking like he's
one of the heat. I think this is the replay over here. As you see how much speed he's generating down the line. He's always projecting. He's already got 2 turns locked in. Bit of a fin drift on that one. Doesn't lose any speed and momentum through this flat section, which is really important, and goes into that final turn with a lot of speed and puts a punctuation mark on that one. So that will be the highest scoring wave of the heat.
Right, here goes Keanu. This is a good looking wedge. He gets over a big section and blasts the lip. Could have maybe pushed that one a little bit quicker, but it might not have allowed him to get to that second turn. So a measured wave for the Japanese surfer. He's sticking with this one. He's hopping and, well, can't get any more juice out of that one.
To go into lead, and now Herdy uses priority. He's got a big section ahead of him. He's looking for a tube. Didn't think we'll see too many of those this morning. Just a quick cover up there for Herdy using his priority. And now we see Mikey McDonagh out the back. Nice solid surfing from the man from Lennox Head.
Belongs here.
Definitely surfing with a lot of confidence. This is that last wave, just a quick little cover up. Didn't really get too deep inside that tube, so it won't be a very big score. And now Mikey McDonagh behind him. Just a little setup turn for this final punch. And just a real short wave for Mikey McDonagh in this particular heat. As we see Mikey McDonagh just staying busy. Like we said, 15 minutes remaining.
Mateus Herdy, a long way down the beach. He's on his backhand. He's got speed to kill. Big section and throws up a beautiful backhand air reverse.
He loved that one.
Signs off with the salute to the judges. That seems to be one of the claims of the moment when you saw Jeremy Flores busting the event, anything an 8 or over.
Take a look at this, Benzie.
Wow, plenty of amplitude, spun it nice and quick and just stomped the landing. Says, thank you very much, I'll take something in the excellent range.
You can see him eyeing it down the line, looking at that lip section, knew exactly what to do, got a lot of height and almost went full rotation as he landed that nice and smoothly. And this is what I was hoping to see from Mateus, a mixture of that old school power with this new school progression, and there it is, salutes an 8.83.
Yep, he's in the last heat of this round. So at the moment, it's looking like we will be seeing him in action today. Right now in action is Keanu Kamiyama, the Japanese surfer. With 12.5 minutes to go, he needs to, well, restart his heat because Mateus Herdy has the field in a combination right now. Anything
at the event.
And here goes Keanu Kamiyama, another one of these running lefts a long way down the beach. He's nice and vert on his second turn and then hits the eject button.
This is one of the clips on social media we might see soon. One of the first ones I saw of Mateus as we go back to live pictures here with Mateus streaking along a little right-hander. It fattens up on that inside bank. Now this is where he's really good at maintaining his speed through the flat sections and does it again. Goes for another air reverse. Gets that tail pointing out towards the knees, projects out.
Just goes down at the very last moment. Thought he had can blast. Here we see him linking it up down the line. Nice first turn, bit of a setup, as is that wraparound cutback. And he's all just eyeing off this last end section. He gets plenty of speed, and to there it looked great. I'm not really sure what pulled him done right there.
Yeah, we can see here he gets that front foot back onto the nose, which allows the tail to lift up. He spins that around as the fins bite in the white water again, and I'm going to call that complete. Until then. It's not complete, unfortunately. As
just saw heat 1 taken out by Sam Pupo. Not really sure what Mateus Herdy's doing on this one. He's, well, I don't know what he was doing there, just kind of repositioning himself a little bit further north up the beach, perhaps. Switch equipment.
Yeah, it's certainly an odd choice of wave there for Mateus. As we see Mikey McDonagh now using his second priority, winding up on his backside. A couple of nice little cracks off the top there. Not too much variation in those turns, but he's definitely trying to chip away at this heat total.
Last wave coming in at 3.87, doesn't go into his top 2. Here goes Keanu Kamiyama.
Good set wave for Keanu on this one. That left hand bank again, starting to light up as the tide comes in, but yeah, unfortunately not giving him too much opportunity to get above the lip on that one. As Mateus pulls into a little backside closeout tube.
On bottom there from this part of the world too.
Here goes Mikey.
Yep, Mikey McDonagh on his backhand. Hasn't really found his groove yet on this wave. Just over 2 minutes to go. Needs something above a 5 to get out of this combination. Will that be enough? It's still just a small wave. He's sticking with it. Almost the body language there suggests.
Yep.
From South Africa, and Johnny Guerrero from Peru. And you and I will be handing over to Luke Egan and Kaipo Guerrero as we see Keanu Kamiyama in the middle of the heat. And 15 seconds to go. He's going to sign off on a very impressive performance with this last wave. Well, didn't get the section that he was looking for. He's going to stick with it through to the beach as time runs out. We can hear in the background the voice of Terry McKenna, who is the beach commentator. As Mateus Herdy makes his way into the beach and into round 3. Mikey McDonagh and Keanu Kamiyama will be coming up again in round 2.